For years, fans have argued over one question that refuses to go away: was there more to King Von's death than the public knows? Now, after new court filings, resurfaced footage, and viral social media claims, Lil Durk's name is once again dominating headlines. The internet is filled with theories, old interviews are being re-examined, and fans are trying to connect dots that investigators have never officially connected. But here's where things get complicated. Some of the claims spreading online are based on real court documents. Others come from old interviews, viral tweets, and speculation that's been repeated so many times people now treat it like fact. So what actually happened? What evidence is real? What has been confirmed by investigators? And why are people suddenly bringing King Von's name back into the conversation years later? In this video, we're breaking down the timeline, the court records, the viral claims, and the facts behind the headlines, so you can decide for yourself what's supported by evidence and what's simply internet speculation. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand why this story has everyone talking again. King Von's death remains one of the most talked about moments in modern hip-hop, and even years later, the conversation refuses to slow down. Every few months, a new social media post, podcast clip, or viral tweet sends fans racing back into the same debate. Recently, another wave of online claims has reignited speculation after people began sharing screenshots, old court documents, and clips from previous interviews. As Lil Durk's ongoing legal situation continues to make headlines, many fans have started connecting unrelated events and asking whether there is a bigger story behind everything. But before jumping to conclusions, it's important to separate confirmed information from internet theories. That's exactly what we're doing today. King Von was one of the fastest rising stars in rap before his life was cut short outside an Atlanta nightclub in November 2020. His storytelling ability, street authenticity, and rapidly growing fan base made many people believe he was destined to become one of the biggest names in the industry. His passing shocked the hip-hop community, and almost immediately, rumors began spreading online. Some of those rumors disappeared within days, while others have continued circulating for years. Social media has a way of keeping old stories alive, especially when new legal developments involving people connected to those stories appear in the news. That is why Lil Durk's name often resurfaces whenever discussions about King Von begin trending again. The two artists shared a close friendship and worked together extensively through their music. Because of that connection, every new headline involving Durk quickly sparks fresh speculation across platforms like X, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. However, it is important to recognize that online discussions often mix verified facts with personal opinions and unconfirmed claims. A rumor repeated thousands of times can start to sound believable even when no official evidence supports it. Much of the recent attention comes from fans analyzing public court filings related to Durk's separate legal matters. Court documents naturally attract attention because they are official records, but social media users often interpret those documents in ways that go far beyond what they actually say. A short excerpt or screenshot can quickly go viral without providing the surrounding context. Before long, creators begin making videos, reactions, and live streams, each adding another layer of speculation. By the time the story reaches millions of viewers, many people can no longer distinguish between confirmed facts and internet theories. Another reason these conversations continue is the culture of online detective work. Fans regularly revisit old interviews, live streams, photographs, and videos looking for clues they believe everyone else missed. Sometimes those discoveries simply provide historical context. Other times they inspire elaborate theories that spread rapidly despite lacking independent confirmation. That doesn't necessarily mean every question is unreasonable, but it does mean viewers should approach viral claims carefully instead of accepting them at face value. Public interest alone is not proof of wrongdoing. One detail that often gets overlooked is how quickly information moves in today's media environment. Within minutes of a major headline, thousands of posts appear offering opinions, predictions, and explanations. Some creators genuinely try to inform their audiences, while others prioritize dramatic headlines because controversy generates clicks. As viewers, it becomes increasingly important to ask where information originated, whether it comes from an official source, and whether multiple reliable outlets have confirmed the same claims. Those simple questions can prevent misinformation from spreading even further. As this story continues developing, more legal filings, public statements, and reporting may emerge. Until then, the most responsible approach is to focus on verified information while treating unconfirmed allegations with caution. In the next section, we'll examine the timeline of the events that continue fueling discussion online, explain what has been publicly documented, and explore why this case still captures the attention of the hip-hop world years after King Von's tragic death. One reason this story continues to dominate hip-hop conversations is that it sits at the intersection of music, loyalty, social media, and the legal system. Every time a major development involving Lil Durk appears in the news, old clips of King Von begin circulating again. Fans revisit interviews, live streams, and music videos, looking for details they may have missed years earlier. Within hours, hashtags begin trending, reaction videos flood YouTube, and countless theories spread across every major platform. It has become a cycle that repeats itself whenever there is another headline connected to either artist. One of the biggest challenges in following stories like this is understanding the difference between official evidence and internet speculation. Court filings, indictments, and public statements are legal documents that can be verified. Viral screenshots, anonymous social media accounts, and edited video clips are very different. Yet on the internet, those different types of information are often presented side by side, making it difficult for viewers to tell which claims are actually supported by evidence. That confusion is exactly why so many rumors continue circulating long after they have been questioned or debunked. Another factor fueling the discussion is the enormous influence both King Von and Lil Durk have had on modern rap. King Von earned a reputation as one of the strongest storytellers of his generation, while Lil Durk became one of Chicago's most successful artists, building a career that extended far beyond drill music. Their friendship was visible through collaborations, interviews, and public appearances, so fans naturally continue discussing that relationship years later. Whenever one name appears in the headlines, the other is almost guaranteed to trend as well because their careers became closely linked in the minds of many listeners. Social media algorithms also play a major role in keeping these stories alive. Platforms reward content that generates strong reactions, and controversial topics often receive millions of views within a short period. That creates an incentive for some creators to post increasingly dramatic titles or make bold claims before all the facts are known. Once one video goes viral, dozens of similar videos usually appear, each repeating the same talking points while adding new speculation. As a result, the original verified information can become buried beneath layers of opinion and rumor. Journalists who cover the legal system often take a very different approach. Instead of relying on social media discussions, they focus on documents filed in court, statements made during hearings, and comments from attorneys or law enforcement officials. That process is slower, but it is also more reliable because every claim is tied to a source that can be examined independently. For viewers trying to understand complicated legal situations, that distinction matters. A viral clip may generate millions of views overnight, but it does not automatically become factual simply because it is widely shared. Another reason these conversations remain so emotional is the lasting impact King Von left on the rap community. Even after his passing, his music continues reaching new audiences, and many fans wonder what his career could have become. That emotional connection often influences how people interpret new information. Some viewers approach every headline hoping it will answer unanswered questions, while others become skeptical because they have already seen so many false rumors spread over the years. Both reactions are understandable, which is why separating confirmed reporting from speculation is so important. As this story continues to develop, more information may become public through official legal proceedings or verified reporting. Until then, it is worth remembering that not every viral claim reflects what has actually been established in court or confirmed by investigators. The internet moves quickly, but the legal process often moves much more slowly. Taking the time to examine reliable sources instead of reacting to every trending post provides a much clearer understanding of what is happening. In the next section, we'll look more closely at the timeline of key events and explain how public reporting, legal filings, and online speculation combined to create one of the most debated stories in modern hip-hop. As the conversation continued online, another interesting pattern began to emerge. Instead of waiting for official updates, many people started treating every new rumor as if it were a confirmed breakthrough. A single screenshot could generate hundreds of reaction videos. A short podcast clip could produce thousands of comments debating its meaning. Before long, creators from every corner of YouTube were offering their own interpretations, often reaching completely different conclusions from the exact same information. That is the reality of today's internet. Stories move at incredible speed, but accuracy does not always keep up with the pace of the conversation. Legal cases are also far more complicated than many people realize. Court filings, hearings, motions, and other procedural steps often become public before a case reaches any final conclusion. Those documents can reveal important details about what prosecutors or defense attorneys are arguing, but they do not automatically establish every allegation as fact. This is one reason experienced legal reporters are careful with their language. They distinguish between allegations made in court, evidence presented during proceedings, and findings that have actually been established through the legal process. That distinction is important for anyone trying to understand complex, high-profile cases. For fans of hip-hop, the emotional side of this story remains just as significant as the legal side. King Von's music continues attracting millions of listeners, and his influence can still be heard in newer artists entering the rap scene. His storytelling style, vivid lyrics, and ability to paint detailed pictures through music earned him a loyal audience that continues growing even after his passing. Because of that lasting impact, any headline connected to his name immediately captures attention. Fans are not only interested in new developments, many are still processing the loss of an artist whose career seemed destined for even greater success. Lil Durk's career has also remained in the spotlight, with major releases, collaborations, and continued commercial success keeping him among the biggest names in rap. That visibility means every public development involving him receives enormous attention. News reports, legal updates, and public appearances are analyzed in real time across social media. Some discussions remain focused on verified reporting, while others quickly drift into speculation. The challenge for viewers is recognizing where the reporting ends and where assumptions begin. Another reason these stories spread so quickly is confirmation bias. People naturally pay more attention to information that appears to support beliefs they already hold. If someone already believes a particular theory, they may interpret every new headline as evidence that confirms it, even when the new information says something entirely different. Social media algorithms can reinforce this effect by recommending similar videos and posts, creating an environment where users repeatedly encounter the same perspective. Over time, it can feel as though one interpretation is universally accepted when, in reality, many important facts remain disputed or unconfirmed. Traditional journalism works differently. Reputable news organizations generally wait until information can be verified through documents, official statements, or multiple independent sources before presenting it as established fact. That process may seem slower than social media, but it helps reduce the spread of misinformation. In stories involving ongoing investigations or legal proceedings, patience is often essential because significant details can change as new evidence is reviewed or additional filings become public. Jumping to conclusions too early can create confusion that lasts long after the facts become clear. This difference between verified reporting and online speculation explains why so many viewers feel overwhelmed when trying to follow major hip-hop stories. One day, a claim dominates every trending page. The next day, another report offers additional context or contradicts the original narrative entirely. For casual fans, separating reliable information from rumors becomes increasingly difficult. That is why taking a step back and focusing on confirmed developments provides a clearer picture than reacting to every viral post that appears in a timeline. Ultimately, the lasting lesson from this story extends beyond any single headline. It highlights how quickly narratives can evolve in the digital age and how important it is to evaluate information carefully before accepting it as truth. Public interest will always be high when major artists are involved, but popularity alone does not determine accuracy. As more official information becomes available through verified reporting and legal proceedings, the overall picture may continue changing. Until then, understanding the difference between confirmed facts, legal allegations, and internet speculation remains the most reliable way to follow one of hip-hop's most closely watched ongoing stories. Perhaps the biggest reason this story continues to capture so much attention is because it represents more than a single headline. It reflects how dramatically the relationship between entertainment, social media, and the justice system has changed over the past decade. Years ago, fans would often wait for television interviews or newspaper reports to learn new information about a major story. Today, updates appear instantly across dozens of platforms, with thousands of people offering opinions before official sources have even released complete details. That speed has transformed the way hip-hop news spreads, but it has also made it much harder to separate established facts from speculation. For many fans, following a developing story has become an interactive experience. Instead of simply reading the news, people compare timelines, analyze interviews, revisit old music lyrics, and discuss possible meanings in comment sections. While those conversations can be engaging, they also demonstrate how easily public perception can be influenced by incomplete information. A statement taken out of context or a misleading headline can quickly shape the way millions of people think about a situation before the full picture is available. That is why patience remains one of the most valuable qualities when following any high-profile legal story. This situation also highlights the importance of responsible reporting. Credible journalists generally avoid making conclusions that extend beyond what has been confirmed through official documents, court proceedings, or direct statements from the people involved. That approach may seem less dramatic than some viral social media posts, but it provides audiences with a much more reliable understanding of events. In an era where attention is often rewarded more than accuracy, taking the time to verify information has become increasingly important. The reaction from the hip-hop community further demonstrates how deeply connected fans remain to both King Von's legacy and Lil Durk's career. King Von's music continues attracting millions of streams, introducing new listeners to his storytelling years after his passing. Lil Durk has maintained a major presence in the industry through chart success, collaborations, and a loyal fan base. Because both artists have had such a significant impact on modern rap, public interest in any news involving either name remains exceptionally high. That attention is understandable, but it also increases the responsibility to discuss developing stories carefully and accurately. Another lesson from this entire situation is how quickly narratives evolve. Early reports often provide only limited information, and additional context may emerge weeks or even months later. Legal proceedings can introduce new filings, witness testimony, or judicial rulings that change the public understanding of a case. For that reason, drawing firm conclusions too early can lead to confusion and misinformation. Waiting for verified developments may not generate the same immediate excitement as reacting to every rumor, but it produces a much clearer and more reliable picture over time. For content creators and viewers alike, this serves as an opportunity to think critically about the sources of information they consume. Before accepting a viral claim, it is worth asking a few simple questions. Has this information been reported by reliable news organizations? Does it come from official court records or verified public statements? Are multiple independent sources reporting the same facts? These questions help distinguish factual reporting from speculation, making it easier to understand what has actually been established. Ultimately, the lasting legacy of King Von should include recognition of the music and artistic impact he left behind. His storytelling style influenced a new generation of rappers and helped shape the direction of modern drill music. At the same time, Lil Durk's continued success has made him one of the most influential artists of his era. Their careers remain important chapters in contemporary hip-hop, and discussions about them deserve to be grounded in verified information rather than assumptions. As more official updates become available through the legal process and reliable reporting, the public will have a better understanding of the issues that continue generating headlines. Until then, approaching each new development with patience, critical thinking, and respect for the facts is the best way to follow this evolving story. In today's digital world, where rumors can spread around the globe within minutes, accuracy matters more than ever. Staying informed through credible reporting allows fans to understand the real story instead of becoming caught up in the constant cycle of speculation that so often dominates online conversations. That wraps up everything we know based on verified reporting and the information that has been made public so far. As this story continues to develop, it's important to remember that new details can emerge, and the facts may become clearer over time. That's why we'll continue following every major update and breaking it down in a way that's easy to understand, separating confirmed information from online rumors. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about everything we covered in today's video? Do you believe social media makes it harder to separate facts from speculation, or do you think online communities uncover important details that traditional media sometimes misses? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read as many comments as possible, and your perspective could be featured in a future discussion. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more rap news, hip-hop updates, court case breakdowns, industry stories, and honest analysis without the unnecessary hype, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you're the first to know whenever we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, stay informed, stay respectful, and I'll catch you in the next one.